yeah, let's talk about the intermittent fasting while we are drinking, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So now,
That's good. I don't have I just say my name.
yeah.
Come Lord Jesus, bear our guests and benefit to us sweet us in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. So we are ready to eat what we just cooked. The class did very well, right? Everybody was cooking, so we are ready to jump in our meal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we have concoction of vegetables here. The student Lisa here was leading this one. And she said she didn't know how to cook, but she did do some good stuff in here. Brussels sprouts, some red peppers, onions, garlic, mushrooms, good stuff. And here we just have chicken wings with Java sauce, some rice. Magwinya, we just did this, all of us, right? We did a good job. And we have the chicken stew here with leather on barbecue and Java sauce. So let's eat.
Then the drink you made too, the punch.
And I have the ginger melon drink here. I make this actually fresh. This is nice and fresh. It's from fresh ginger and watermelon. So I kind of cut up the watermelon, and so I'm telling you, you're asking me how I do it.
So this is just cut out watermelon.
Yeah, I got the ginger, like the ginger roots, and I grate them. Grate them.
So how is it watery? With water?
Yeah, no, I pour water in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so after I grate the ginger, I boil the water and put the ginger inside it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so and then I let it sit for like, this was for 3 days for it to get that kick.
Really?
Yeah, and then I get the watermelon, I cut it up,
Mhm.
and I blend it, and I sieve it, use this, the sieve, so I can mix it. That's what that color is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You sift it. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, after I blended it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I don't know if it maybe because I don't put too much sugar. What I did, I used a concentrate apple, like that concentrated drinks, the frozen one. Instead of using sugar, straight sugar, I use that as sugar.
Oh wow.
So how did
That's
you
good.
do that though? How did
The frozen, the ones from the can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the frozen drinks.
Yeah.
The apple one, or you can use the orange one or the pineapple.
Oh,
But
okay.
and
Okay.
it's all ice.
Right.
So I just put it in there.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of using sugar, I use that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what did you? And it just melted?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Mhm.
It tastes real good.
Yeah. So
I
it's
love it.
Yeah, I didn't put too much ginger this time in it. I was like, let me get
Real
light
good.
on it.
I hope I can eat. I keep drinking it.
Yeah, so okay. So let's dish up and eat.
God is good.
I thought you would jump on this one because I don't know.
Pass me a bread, please.
Mm.
Drop it on here. Pass me a little one.
The
Don't
little
want
one?
that big one. Pick it up with your hand, Janet. You
Okay,
got it.
little one.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, remind me sugar if you like sugar.
These are good.
Especially when they're still warm. Mm.
Thank you.
Remind me the sugar.
Pass the bread, please.
The bread.
What is the name of it?
Magwinya.
Magwinya. Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, it's just a fried dough.
Magwinya.
I think I would want more sugar or powdered sugar.
If you want it, I'll powder sugar.
That's good.
It's like an egg.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So this is, have you watched a mukbang? You know mukbang, right? Oh, it's like when people eat, like there is a lot of that stuff on YouTube.
They eat
People
while they-
just watch people eat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like right now I'm trying to say, okay, let's do mukbang. We have to talk about the food, how how
know
you
a
were
lot of
enjoying
students
it. We
be
can talk
watching
about,
those things.
like I said, we can talk about intermittent fasting while we.
So,
So we're gonna have a separate video of just eating. Us eating.
And the chicken, please, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
I want to taste everything. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
just
need
grab
to
the wing.
get the sauce and show you the sauce.
Thank you. This is good.
So, so Lisa, when did you start your intermittent fasting?
I started it. I mean, I'm not on it now, but
Uh-huh.
I think I tried it like last year. It was like Christmas time, and I wanted to make sure I could fit in my Christmas party dress at work. And my sister, my youngest sister, who's slightly overweight, she was raving about it. She just kept talking about it, how she lost all this weight, and I was like, and I could see it like in her pictures, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she said she was exercising, but the only reason why she started exercising is because she was losing the weight, so she just wanted to tone up.
Right.
And she told me about intermittent fast. So she was telling me a little bit about it, but I wanted to research it, so I went on YouTube and I started following this guy, and he was just explaining how it works, how either you could go for an eating period of 8 hours or 6 hours. And because of the shift work that I work, I picked like from 6 to 12 because I work until 3 in the morning. And sometimes I might want to eat late at night. So I picked that time, you know, from 6 to midnight. And I just did it for 6 hours. And I lost like maybe 3 pounds. But the thing was, no matter what I ate or drank, I did not gain weight. So, you know, like, so I can't really say that I lost weight, but it was good to eat whatever I wanted and I wasn't gaining no weight. Yeah. So I like that. But she was, I mean, she lost, I think like 28 pounds or something. And she still does it, you know, like, I mean, she's still on it, so.
You really get used to it because I was 169 when I started. You know. And I'm getting used to it so much that when I eat now, I get full so quick.
Yeah.
Because
I
they
found
say
that
it
too.
kind of shrinks your stomach or something. So I eat like, now I used to eat twice a day. Now most of the time I eat once a day now. And I have lost almost 20 pounds from about four months ago.
And you're never hungry. You still,
Yeah,
you still not
yeah,
hungry,
between
right?
like, because I'm doing 16-8 where I fast for 16 hours and then eat.
So what is your hours of eating?
My hours of eating is I eat around 4 or 5 because like my job too, I start work late. So I start my shift ends around 9:30 p.m. So I manage to, I sleep and I sleep until late or 10 in the morning or something.
Right.
But between that time when I'm not eating, I just drink a lot of water.
Right.
First thing when I get up in the morning.
Yeah, I think the guy said when you first get up, drink a thing of water, the first thing. And I've done the 10-day green smoothie cleanse, and they tell you that too. The first thing you get up in the morning, drink a glass of water. And you know, it does curb your appetite and it flushes you out too. So
Yeah, first thing I get up, I drink warm water with a bit of apple cider vinegar and a bit of lemon.
right.
Without fail, every morning I drink about 24 ounces of water. Every morning when I get up.
Okay.
So I'm so used to it. So and then between that time I'm drinking water. Water is not easy to drink. So I always make sure I have a little lemon to help me drink
Right.
the water.
Yeah, me too.
For flavor.
Yeah, and then I drink black coffee because I cut sugar completely out of my diet.
Yeah,
I mean,
do too.
once you cut sugar, like usually during the time of, you know, Black Friday, I mean, not Ramadan, but I can think of it.
Lent.
I think Lent. I don't drink. I mean, I stay away from sugar and alcohol. Oh my gosh. the weight comes right off.
Oh yeah.
And you don't crave it. I think after like the fourth day, I don't crave it. It's like I don't know. But one thing I can say about intermittent fasting that I learned was how much snacking I do. And sometimes I'm snacking, I'm not even hungry. But I do that a lot at work. Like I'm not hungry, I'm just bored, so I just eat.
Just eat.
And when you're doing the intermittent fast, if it's not within my window, you know,
Mhm.
I'm not eating. So I just realized, wow, I was doing a lot of unnecessary snacking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I learned that. So.
Yeah. I love chips. I try to not have them in my closet. Any kind of chips, spicy chips. Oh man.
That's your thing? The
I
spicy
love
chips?
chips.
Really? I'm not really. Every once in a while, I have a craving for salt and vinegar Pringles,
Yeah.
but
Those are good too. This is real good. But the sugar, I cut sugar completely. Like I used to drink, I never thought I can drink coffee without sugar and cream. Now I drink it right.
Me too.
So that
Because
kind
of you, I
yeah.
guess. You taught me.
Yeah. How is this chicken? Yeah.
both chickens are
It's good. It's all good. Very good. I like the variety. It's really good. So who
This
wants-
kind of tastes like curry chicken.
Oh yeah.
Do it for weight loss, right? Which is obvious. But one of the biggest hidden words in our everyday life is breakfast. Breakfast, why? Because that word is a compound word. Break fast. Meaning that you have to fast to break the fast.
Oh, okay. That makes
Right.
sense.
Break fast.
Fast, right?
Oh.
So it's a hidden word. God gave to us everything in plain sight, but as human beings, we don't want to understand.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So human beings, we think that sleeping is fasting.
Right.
No, it's a big no-no. So we have to do our part of fasting. And for me personally, in the word breakfast, I didn't hear anything about 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. eating.
Right. Right.
It's about fasting, right? It's not about sleeping, right? So,
But you know, they teach us more so that the breakfast is the most important meal.
That's
Right.
the-
That's what
that-
they teach us, right?
that is the biggest lie in human beings' life. I'm going to explain everything to you guys. It's all started from the food industry, cereal, and dairies, all those kind of food that based on the science before or the knowledge before, right? That's what people thought. Back in the days, people thought that the sun was the one going around the earth, isn't it? Because you see the sun go around.
Right.
That's based
the
on
earth-
based on the old belief,
Right.
right? The same way Galileo got stoned by correcting people, including the clergy, that it was the reverse, that it was the earth spinning around the sun. So that's the same way about our eating habits. So even in French, right, breakfast means the same thing.
It means what?
It means the same,
Oh, the same.
the same. Like you have to fast. You say petit déjeuner in French, right? So you have to fast to be able to break it. But we don't. We don't. We sleep and then we thought that by waking up and then eating at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. we are breaking a fast. We are not doing nothing. We just eating. So the way the human being is created is like an engine, right? And we all drive. And we all will agree. We all will agree that even if you want to drive your car from the East Coast to the West Coast, you need rest. The engine needs rest, and then yourself you need rest, right? So the same way our digestive engine needs rest to digest the food. Right? So scientifically, a food digestion is taking place after 6 hours to 12 hours, depending on everybody's metabolism. But what do? We wake up in the morning, 7 or 8, depending on everybody's schedule. We eat breakfast, let's say 8 a.m., right? 9, 10, 11, 12, only 4 hours. Not even the 6 hours that is required for the engine to process, to fully digest the food. We put another one on top. And then you're going to hear even people at 1 p.m. say, oh, I'm going to have a late lunch. Even though you are not, even though you don't even reach the 6 hours minimum, and not even saying that you have the best metabolism to digest the food in 6 hours, right? So we put on top of it again. And then like 1, 2, 3 or 4, so oh, we need a snack. Coffee time, break, chocolate time or snack time. And then you're going to hear this. People say, oh, this energy bar is organic.
Right.
It's organic, it's healthy, and then we get that. But please, I will suggest and recommend that everybody hear this one and do not forget, right? There is something called insulin resistance. Insulin resistance, people think that it's only about diabetes. It's not. It's about almost all the diseases that we have or people have in their body. Why? Because our body is like a factory. We talked about engine earlier, right? So it's like a chain factory. It's move from here, go to here, and go to there, and go to there. It's a chain, it's a circle, right? Once one worker or part of the circle or the factory is weakened, it's going to affect the whole system, right? So insulin resistance is about the frequency we eat. It's not about what you eat. It's about the frequency. How many times you eat in a day. Because every single time you put a food in your mouth, the brain sends a signal to the pancreas to send insulin to get the glucose from the blood. Right? Because when we were talking earlier about sugar, right? Sugar, for me personally, should be considered as they penalize people to do drug or alcohol. But it's kind of amazing that we say to people that they have to be 21 years old to drink, right? But we give small kids Coke, Coca-Cola, soda, and everybody at least 8 to 12 spoons of sugar. Who doesn't know here? Do you know? Do you know that Coke or all
I know
this
it has a
soda,
lot.
they have like 8 to 12? So, okay, experience, right? If I go there in the pantry right now, and then I give you a container of sugar, and then I say, Rachel, take 8 teaspoon, will you?
No, it seems so much.
So
Right.
that's what people do. With the Coke, with even the organic stuff, because you always need to read the label. Anything you eat that is not natural is kind of processed confined sugar, is bad for your body. So the same way they penalize people, they say, oh, you smoke, you shouldn't smoke until certain age. They put smoking can damage your lungs. The same way they should do it for soda. So normally children shouldn't be allowed to consume the so-called juice 100%, all this other stuff. You know why? Because if I give you 1 orange or 2 orange, the fruit, would you eat like 2 of them or 3 or 4? Or how many do you think you can eat?
Orange.
Yeah,
Maybe 2.
the natural one.
2.
Thank you, Liz.
Did you practice this and you say, oh, that's what I do anyway? Or did you incorporate it and said that makes sense through research? Because you're going way, to me, way beyond what the typical YouTube that I saw about intermittent fast, because they show you how to do it, but they don't break it down
So
to, like you're saying, like how a person becomes overweight or nutrition value or
Eating
the
many
sugars.
times.
Yeah, because if that's the case, really, because it's like how in my mind I'm thinking intermittent and fast, all right, I just got this time to eat and this time to eat, but I can eat whatever I want. But in actuality, you're saying you're not even supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be still not flooding your body with like
Correct.
sugars or stuff.
Can
like
we give
that.
her a round of applause?
Yeah.
That's points, okay? When there is a catastrophe, earthquake, or somebody gets lost on the ocean with a small boat, what do we hear usually on the news? Oh, he has been, or she has been, or they have been under the rubble for 7 days, 8 days without water, even water. But they survive. Why? The reason why is what you guys touched earlier. It's because every human being, right, even if you are slim, has at least 15 pounds of fat, of fuel. We call it fuel, right? That's the body
Like a reserve?
reserve.
Like
Yeah.
reserve type
Yeah.
of-
Even me, even you guys, I would strongly recommend that you even go further and then you start doing water fasting. Why are you going to do water fasting? What it's going to do for your body is going to cleanse everything. Why do we do oil change? All the engines we have here on earth, they were based on our system, right? So at certain point of the life of our car, 3 months or whatever car, some luxury car, they go more than 6 months, 1 time a year, you have to do at least oil change. You need to cleanse the system to make it everything come alive again, right? So the ultimate goal of intermittent fasting is to even start doing water fasting at least 3 times, at least more than 3 days every 3 months or 6 months.
So when you say the water fasting is just drinking water
Water, yeah.
for
Because
For 3 days.
yeah, at least 3 days.
at least,
3
but
days.
not more than how many days? Is there?
No,
it
it's-
just depends on
see,
your.
according to the word of God, Jesus did it until 40 days.
Oh,
Right.
Right.
40 days, right? So if you take all of the religions, I hear you talk about the Ramadan earlier, right? Even the Buddhists, every major religion on earth, they know about fasting. But people think that fasting is only about the spiritual way, which is not true. Because to be spiritual, don't you have to be physical first? You have to be physical first. You have to be you first to be spiritual, right?
Right.
So that's why for me, like I mentioned it earlier, intermittent fasting is not only about weight loss. It's about being healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and beyond. Because since I have started intermittent fasting almost 1.5 years ago, my visit to my daughter, she just called me even yesterday. They are looking for me.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, if you have maybe even high cholesterol,
Yeah.
blood pressure.
Everything will come to normal, right?
I'm
So-
not making it up. Even me, I haven't been to the doctor. I used to run all the time. Oh,
Yeah.
thank
So
God.
so
It-
so
your
That's
body
true.
really feels good.
so let me ask you something, Lucinda. Okay. What's your biggest asset?
Biggest asset. Meaning.
In life? What is your biggest asset?
Probably getting my master's.
What about you, Lisa?
Yeah, it is a very tough one.
Okay, what about you, Rachel?
She just said it's a hard
Yeah,
question.
you're gonna have to come biggest asset meaning anything. I would say a child, right?
What about you, Queen?
Yeah, it's my baby.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, with respect, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not claiming that I know the answer better than you guys, but for me, it's
Yeah.
you, it's your body.
you help. Right.
Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier, but you guys didn't get it. To be even spiritual, to be even to have your
You need to
goal,
be
on
physical.
you have to be physical.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
a good point.
It's we gotta be strong for our kids. We
Right,
talk about kids,
right.
but it has to be us.
So
Right.
to be able to come here and to spend this wonderful time we're having, aren't you guys healthy?
Right, right.
It's you. It's your health, right?
Right.
So
Hard question. Now I think I got it.
I thought about that, and
All
then
right.
I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say me.
I know. I was
don't
gonna say
wanna
me, but I said that's
selfish.
kind of arrogant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I
So
thought
ask
about
us again.
so
Let's do this again.
Health.
so that what I'm telling you guys, they don't teach it at school.
Right.
That's why many people tell me you need to have your channel, you need to have your business, all this kind of stuff. You even mentioned it earlier, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's from what you hear or watch YouTube. People don't explain it like me, right? So your biggest asset in life is you. It's your body.
Yeah.
Physical, mental, and spiritual, right?
Right.
But before the spiritual, the mental one, the physical one has to be.
Right.
Because that's the one that supports everything, right? So, like I said earlier, if somebody says to you, take 8 spoons of sugar like this, just put it and then put it in your mouth, would you?
No.
Okay, everybody, we
No.
have unanimous no, right?
No.
But if we put it in a drink, it's hidden. and then we all enjoy it.
Right.
And then sometimes we even say organic.
Right.
The
Give
only
me some ice
and
cream.
then
Oh, I
this,
have ice cream for you. For real, we gotta eat the ice cream.
What?
yeah.
No, it's
So
one of those that are in like in a sandwich thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
today is a cheat day.
Oh.
Yeah, we call it
So
a cheat day. Yeah.
so I'm going to even give you a secret.
Mm. Mm.
I like
We
secrets.
ready.
And the secret is to reprogram yourself. Right? So you need to make sure that your body stop listening to your mind. Your body needs to stop listening to your mind.
Well,
Body
what should
stop
my body listen
listening
To my mind.
to my
Yeah,
mind.
because your body always say, I
Oh,
want
it
food.
should not.
I
yeah,
want
right.
this. I want ice cream.
Yeah.
Like somebody just said.
That's
So you need to make sure that you have the discipline. Right? You asked earlier, how did I get into this? It's from YouTube myself, right? So one day I was just going to YouTube, and then I saw intermittent fasting. I didn't even know what intermittent means,
Right.
but I know the word fasting. I said, oh, let me look, take a look at this video. Because for me, right now, right, the Queen knows,
don't say
the universe, right? The universe, right?
You know, I can
The reason
pass
why
sometimes.
I call it the universe, the source of the creator, is because sometimes, even though we want to be religious, religion diverts us more than what is supposed to be, right? So that's why I call God the universe, right? So the universe spoke to me, watch it. And then I watch it. And then it makes sense. It's oh, all you have to do is to have that little bit discipline, is to restrain yourself a little bit, and to make sure that you really apply.
Hold on, I'm the only one drinking wine here. Everybody is listening, but
I,
they don't
I
like.
finished.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
want
I
more?
got a little bit more.
Yeah, you guys want more?
I'm like everybody is listening so much that they are not even drinking anymore. I'm the only one. People will be like, oh, that one likes drinking too much.
Yeah, so the secret is to be able to understand that you are your body. And at the same time, you need to make sure that your body is not you.
Oh. Now how is that working? Your body is not you.
Yeah. Because your body is just food that made you grow.
Got it.
If you see a baby, what make us become how we are today? It's because of this. It's the food that makes us grow, right? So, like somebody mentioned earlier, oh, it was you, Lisa. So, you mentioned rightfully, right, that maybe we don't know the exact weight, right, that a person should have. I agree. The only thing I can add to that is to make sure that you don't abuse the abundance of food. We as human beings, we don't abuse it, right? Because everything that we do excessively, we pay it back. We suffer back. Take over everything. We want to do things we were not created to do, or we are not supposed to do, right? So that's why, even though myself I eat it, I'm leaning to become vegetarian, right? Because it's kind of like, I don't know if anybody of you, of us here, is driving a car with diesel. Is your car diesel? Yes? Yes?
No.
Yes? Oh, that's what we're doing now. Because our engine was built to take certain type of fuel, which is energy, right? Because
Okay, wait,
everything is
I don't
energy.
hear what.
No.
It's
The
the
thumbnail
front
on the meat
on the video.
Oh, okay.